I know we've covered quite extensively stories on corruption, especially touching on the big fish. But we tend to forget the small fish or the small titles. But, sorry, I may throw you under the bus, but have you ever bribed a traffic police officer?
No, I haven't, but I have almost cried. For one, I wanted to pass my driving test. Yeah,
So
I forgot to put down the handbrake. And so the car kept, the car was moving, so I didn't think there was anything wrong. Yeah, but I didn't bribe him, but I almost cried.
You almost cried?
Yes.
And you got away with that?
Yes.
Okay, so there's a story that we've been trying to follow. And what tricks do you know police officers use, especially traffic police officers use to collect bribes?
Okay, this is what I've heard. I haven't done. Yeah, so you put money inside your driving license. Then you hand it when you're handing it over to him. I've heard of people throwing money out the window. I've also heard of people now going behind the vehicle, like they're doing an inspection with a cop, and then they exchange money.
Quite familiar, and this is so familiar with so many Kenyans. We've all witnessed this, but there's also another new trick that they now use. So throw that money at me. So this is
at
a police
on the ground.
On the ground. So this is a police baton. So they walk around with this, but what they do, they stick a chewing gum at the end of this baton. So because they are trying to avoid anyone filming them from seeing that they are bending to collect money. So what they do in a nutshell, so this is the 100 shilling note. So you're the driver, you've dropped it. So what they will do is they will slightly just bend, stick it to the baton with the chewing gum at the end, and then they will pocket the money, and then they will go away like nothing happens.
I can keep it for you.
Or you can keep the money?
Yeah.
Okay,
you can keep the gum, I'll keep the money.
Okay. So that is what traffic police officers are doing. Not all of them, some of them. But just when you think you have seen it all, traffic police officers, well, not all, but a good number, keep raising the corruption bar when it comes to collecting bribes. Officers from the EACC have numerous times arrested police red-handed with money. And according to an official who spoke to us from EACC, they were saying that some traffic police now have anti-arrest squads to protect their loot whenever the anti-graft officers show up, leading to dramatic fistfights and sometimes gunfights. So in order to avoid being arrested with money, which other tricks are the police currently using? I spoke to a gentleman earlier today who fell victim to this new scheme. John is his name. We'll call him John. So John was arrested while parked outside City Cabanas area. He was waiting for a friend stuck in traffic so that they could go to work together. And after 5 minutes, a police officer in a matatu jumped out and said she was arresting him for obstruction. But here is the story.
So when the lady cop arrested me, she entered the car. She had already taken my driving license, and then she instructed me to drive to Okari police station. I drove, and then at the police station, she told me to wait outside the office. She had my driving license inside. She went with it, and there were also some other people who had been arrested, I think, for other traffic offenses around. And then I tried getting help from someone who knew a cop there, a senior cop there. And that guy gave me the number to the cop. The cop is on, then told me to get my driving license back. I go to an M-Pesa shop that was within the compound and draw and leave. Actually, I was told to leave 3K at the M-Pesa shop. I didn't have cash ready, so I tried withdrawing 2,000 shillings, and then the M-Pesa lady inside the police station told me, you have to withdraw 3,000 shillings. That the senior cop will not take less than 3,000 shillings. So I drew and I left the money there. Went back to the office where the lady cop was. Then they gave my driving license back.
Do you feel guilty that you also did something wrong by bribing a police officer?
Yes, I do, but I didn't have a choice at that moment. I had things to do, and I just had to do that. That was the most convenient thing to do.
Was this police officer willing to book you?
She was trying to rush me. The moment they take you there, they try to make you panic. On social media, when I told my story, a lot of people came up. They mentioned the Central Police Station, Langata, and some other police stations around. Kileleshwa was also there. Yeah. a lot of people came out and give the stories, and it's always a standard of 3,000 shillings. And also, also been ever arrested before in Timau, and also the minimum was 3,000 shillings, and the cop told me that we were not going to negotiate. It's not a business we are doing. Yeah.
Well, that's the story of John, but just in case you think you've seen it all again, this is another story. This is a video that was filmed by a gentleman who we're going to be talking to shortly right here in studio. He met this police officer along a road and eventually ended up bribing this police officer, and he filmed all this using his mobile phone. Just watch this.
Guys, this guy just got and he's demanding 3,000. Sinikae kwanza. Mama.
Wewe leta pesa uende mahali unaenda. Hii gari sasa itafanya nini hiyo gari?
Nimesema hata ungekuwa na wakati tungeenda na wewe ungeona manienda kuiacha.
Nitakuja kuona tu.
Nilishika nao mara pili. Hata usikue msoft.
Okay.
Ukue more harder than umekuwa.
So unaweza kushika mara pili. Tunaenda.
Sawa hiyo. Lakini ningefurahi tungeenda na wewe, but ni sawa tu.
Ungeongezea mbili hata ungeongezea 10 tungeshinda mpaka jioni.
Sasa tushinde na nitatafuta je pesa nyingine tukishinda na wewe mpaka jioni.
Tunataka tushinde jioni.
Ndio nikitoka hapa tena mwingine asiseme nini.
Tutaongea, mwambie umetoka hapa. Mwambie umetoka hapa.
Sawa, wewe kuwa na siku njema basi. Just bribe the police officer 3,000 shillings for him to release my car, because what he claims is that the car is road unworthy, the tires are worn out, and he needed 10,000 shillings.
So the name of that gentleman is Andrew. So Andrew was smart enough to record that and also do a voiceover on the same video, something that is very rare to see. So Andrew,
yes,
where were you when this happened, and how did you think of filming this and even doing a voiceover over the same video?
Actually, at first, I didn't even thought of filming it, because I had visited a client just near Manji House. So I had gone for lunch and then report back to the client. So this officer waved me down, and then he started throwing some claims that my tires are worn out, my windscreen is having problems, a lot of issues. And he forced me to drive with him to Industrial Area Police Station, of which I did. But now upon arrival inside the police station, instead of him now reporting the statement, reporting the issue to the OB desk, he took me to a restaurant inside the police station.
What you've just seen in the video clip, where he was having some plates and some food, getting ready to eat.
It was inside the police station.
Inside the police station?
Yes. Everything was happening now inside the police station. Along the way, he was not asking for anything. So I didn't even thought of filming it, because I knew, okay, if I have an issue, you'll report me, and then maybe it will be a court case and so on. So upon arrival, he took me to the cafeteria, and immediately I stepped out of my vehicle. I was carrying my laptop bag with me. And there was another, sorry to use this word, but a pregnant lady talked to the police officer and told him that this model of car you have impounded is so old. And then the police officer talked to the lady by his own mother tongue. And then at the end of the conversation, he said that he lazima niikulie leo. So I thought, okay, we are in the police station. How are you going to again fleece me of my money? So he walked me to the restaurant, and upon sitting, he asked for 20,000. That was what he asked for at first. I told him that I don't have that money with me. So he took me round. He came down to 10,000. So I told him that I was very stubborn on paying the money, because he was saying that if I don't pay, the claims that he's going to write, the charge sheet that I'm going to have, will cost me like over 150,000. So I told him, okay, I don't have that money right now. What you do, just report the matter and let it take its own course.
So eventually, He tells you 10,000.
So after me being stubborn, he came down to 10,000. I was also stubborn. I told him I don't have any money. So what he did, he told me that call your friends, call your parents, tell them to send you the money. So I told him, okay, let me go out and check whether I can get money outside the police station. But when I was walking out, he told me, no, leave your laptop bag behind.
So you left your laptop bag with him?
So he forced me to leave my laptop bag
at
the table. If you look at that video, you'll see my laptop bag on the table.
So eventually on the clip, we see you getting some cash from the agent.
Yes, from the, in fact, that M-Pesa is just next to the hotel. And he is the one who directs you that go to that M-Pesa shop, go talk to your guys, talk to your friends to send you the money, then go to that M-Pesa shop, withdraw the money, you will get me here.
So how much money did you finally withdraw?
I withdrew 3,000 because when he grabbed my laptop bag, I saw that, okay, it was now beginning to get a little bit messy. And he told me, how much do you have? I told him, okay, what I can afford right now is 3,000. So when I went to the M-Pesa shop, something just came into my mind and told me that, okay, maybe I can film this. Because that police officer didn't have a badge on him, there was nothing at all that I could have referred to anyone else that he's called this and this. There was nothing at all.
So you couldn't see any numbers, nothing?
There was no badge at all. And if you ask a name from a police officer, of course, you know the answers that you'll get. So I went there and downloaded a quick application, just a spy camera, whereby I recorded.
So that's how you ended up filming him?
Yes. So I filmed him taking the bribe. And in fact, when I was giving him the money, surprisingly, he told me, I asked him, now, I've paid you this money. What happens if another police officer impounds my car again while I'm walking out of here? The answer that he told me is that, just tell the officer that you're from here.
You're from here.
So it's like they know each other. If you say that you're from there, they know, okay, you're already done. You can now go.
So another quick question. You're also guilty of committing a crime. You bribed a police officer.
Yes. And in that video, I've also said that I know it's a crime.
Why did you bribe him then?
Okay, Dennis, someone has your car keys, your driver's license with him. He again have your laptop bag. And remember, all this is happening inside the police station. I cannot say that I can walk into an OB desk and report this officer because he was not willing to report the issue. So
you felt coerced into giving this bribe?
So he forced me. In fact, he forced me because I asked him even, okay, you have my car. You also need my laptop bag. For what? And he told me that I need this one for surety that you will come back with the money. So basically, he'll do everything to make you pay. It's either you pay or you pay. There's nothing else. Because I was even telling him, let's report this thing. I know. It was just a messy thing.
So what we also found out is the fact that most of this money transfer kiosk and agents are right inside the police stations. And we actually checked from industrial area, there's one where now Andrew went to, is right inside the police station next to the restaurant there. And we also went to different other places. In Mlolongo, for example, an ESCC official told us that most of the money transfer kiosks around that area are owned by police officers around the Weybridge area. 150 is what we were able to count within a short space of time. And there are so many around that same area. So police are not taking the money directly. They are sending people to go to these agents to withdraw and sometimes leave the money there. So from Lolongo, there are at least over 150. We crossed to a different area where we went to Embakasi, where John was also told to pay money through money transfer. In Embakasi, outside the station, you will see a board just along the fence of the station. And outside, you will see at least around 15, that's what we were able to count, 15 money transfer kiosks and agents lined up along the same path. Olive.